So after many years, my German 1914 belt is finally 100% finished. The rest of the kit, the tornister, that's not done just yet because I still need to get an 1894 greatcoat, but the belt, what I'm wearing now, is 100% completed. And you saw the thumbnail. Why? This. What's this? The S98 needle bayonet. Called the needle bayonet for having a 21-inch blade, bringing it in as the single longest bayonet of the First World War, well, standard issue. This thing is practically a sword, because it is, especially under British law. This specific one is dated 1905. Don't think you can see it. I really don't think you can. But this one is dated 1905 and is now 120 years old. I recently as in yesterday, just oiled the wood. It's got some damage because, it's 120 years old, but I've oiled it up. Haven't cleaned it up just yet because I'm not going to do that. And it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Now, the needle bayonet in the First World War was very quickly abandoned after about early 1915 for one very good reason. When connected to the Gewehr 98, the combined length of Gewehr and bayonet is 6'2". The average height of the German man at the time was 5'8". Gun and bayonet put together, this combination was taller than the average man. Why, might you ask? It was originally designed as good defense against cavalry, to put some distance between you and the cavalry rider, who's going to be quite far up there, because horses are rather tall, so you can go up and able to reach, because when fully extended, yeah, that's a long way up. But they soon came to realise that when you're in a trench and there's someone standing as far away as you are from me, we've got a problem. And the needle bayonet also became known for having issues of, if you were to put this into a person's chest, the length of the bayonet would of course go in, come out the other side, and get caught on the rib cage when trying to take it out. So not only did this bayonet inflict a lot of damage onto the receiving end, but could also inflict damage on the person wielding it, because if you were to get it stuck in, and you can't get it out, you are now defenseless. And yeah, in CQB, this is one thing that you really do not want to be stuck with, unless you were to, this one's stiff, unless you were to take it off and use it as a melee weapon, which you very much could. Its cutting edge isn't very sharp, because it's 120 years old, but it's still relatively sharp, but as a cutting weapon, this isn't what they were designed for. They were designed for stabbing weapons. But either way, these bayonets did not last very long in the war for their absolute ridiculous length. And I understand it, but we can't change history. This is what Germany marched into the battlefields of the First World War using. Gewehr 98 and the S98 needle bayonet. And it just makes a 1914 kit look just that little bit more perfect. A 1905, yes, it was used extensively in 1914, but for that just authentic, that stereotypical 1914 look, you just need a needle bayonet. And this thing truly is gorgeous. Now when it came to getting it, I had two choices. I was either to get one by itself or get one with a scabbard. I didn't want to get one with a scabbard. Mainly because they were a lot more expensive, and taking care of a 120-year-old wood is one thing, taking care of a 120-year-old leather is an absolute another. So I was absolutely not going to do that. So what I did do is that I had an old reproduction S98-02 bayonet scabbard and just extended it, because the 98-02 I believe had a 17-inch blade, and the leather was long enough, luckily, so I've extended it to now fit the full 21 inches that this blade is. Finally making my kit complete. Haven't put this on TikTok just yet because there are strict guidelines about guns and blades and all that such, but I'm looking into getting that done. But I always get excited when I do these videos, it's why I end up stuttering, because I love this kit, I love this hobby, I love all of it, and I specifically love making videos for you. So thank you all for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed to view this beautiful bayonet as much as I have, and I'll see you on the next one.